All right, so DeAndre Swift signing a surprising 3-year deal with the Chicago Bears to really kick off the day. One of the first big names to sign, $8 million a year, decent salary for Swift, and he goes to a Bears team that really rotated through three different backs last year. With varying levels of success, whether it was Khalil Herbert, Deontay Foreman, or Roschon Johnson, the rookie. But I'm going to have my reaction on that. Hit the subscribe button. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm posting videos one right after the other, as long as my voice can hold out. But for Swift, this is an intriguing situation for him. And it really goes to show that the Bears are building an offense now with the idea of drafting Caleb Williams. While Khalil Herbert, all three of those guys showed flashes last year, none of them really gave off the vibe of being a clear-cut number one guy. DeAndre Swift has shown that through his injury-plagued 3 years with Detroit and last year with the Philadelphia Eagles. We'll take it in two parts. One, his performance last year with the Eagles. So last year, first time ever over 1,000 yards for DeAndre Swift. And the first time he ever stayed healthy. Like, he's never played a full season before. He did last year, managed to finally stay healthy for the first time in his career after missing time each of his first 3 years with the Lions, and really just disappointing his fantasy owners each season because of all the missed time. As far as skill set, very fantasy friendly, catches the ball tremendously, all right? 40 plus catches each of his first 3 years with the Lions. 4.6 yards per carry average. He's got speed. He's a smaller back, but he's got instant acceleration, speed, home run ability, burst. DeAndre Swift has all of that. And like I said, he's an excellent receiver. Now, the Eagles didn't use Swift in the passing game last year because they had a mobile quarterback. The offense really wasn't designed to throw it to their backs. And so Swift's numbers dropped off there. But overall, 1,049 yards on the ground, 5 touchdowns, 39 catches, 241 yards, and an additional score. So a down year catching the ball for him was 39 catches, which is still a terrific number. But now he's going to go to a Bears team where he's going to be the guy 80% of the time. Whether they have Roschon Johnson, I think the other two guys are done, Foreman and Herbert. Roschon Johnson can probably take 20% of the snaps. DeAndre Swift, even though he played a full season last year, you cannot take his health for granted. All right. So that still has to be factored in with his draft class. Now, the advanced stats on Swift were not great. He was in the negative when it came to average rush yards over expected. Like I said, he wasn't involved much in the passing game. Even looked like a step slow at times towards the end of the season. Maybe he was just getting worn down because he's never played that long. But I think he's going to go back over the 40 catch mark easily. He's going to go over 1,000 yards if he could stay healthy. Solid 4.5 yard average per carry. Only 5 touchdowns on a really good Eagles team last year because they do the tush push and a lot of keepers for Jalen Hurts. Caleb Williams could do some of that as well if he is the guy, which I still think he will be. But I do think Swift can be, he can get to 7 touchdowns, right, on the ground. I think that's possible. And then maybe another 2 to 3 in the passing game. So you're looking at a decent batch of numbers for a strong running back 2 in PPR. And I think Swift, even though it's his third team, I think he's sort of becoming that boring veteran guy, right? He didn't really blow it out of the water last year to where now we got to get DeAndre Swift this year. I think he'll slip a little bit. I think he'll go into the 4th round. And I think there you could turn a profit on him. Does he get into the 3rd round? I don't know. I think it'll be close because he's probably going to be the guy, right? He's going to get a lot of carries and he can catch the ball. So in PPR leagues, the radar is going off because of his new destination. But I'm interested at a 4th round draft price. Let me know what you think of the new location. Post in the comments below and hit that subscribe button as always.